So, hello everyone, and welcome back to another Perfect Aquatics. I'll get it wrong. Auction. Guz has left us on his gym tonight, so I've got another friend of mine in the background that's going to keep me company for the next couple of hours. And let's just bring him in because he'll be crying in the background if I don't. So he won't really, but here he is. Yeah, Baron, how you doing, mate?
How we doing, guys? How we doing?
Yeah, I've got a banging headache, so I do appreciate to anyone like tonight. My head is booming, but you know, we battle through. I've been shot 15 times. I haven't really, by the way. It's only 14. You know, so headache ain't much. But let's have a look who's in the house tonight. How are you doing anyway, mate? I see you've had a few pom problems recently.
Yeah, I've had 2 pumps blow in a month. One of them was very flow, a few months out of warranty, and the other one is old O's Aquamax. The impeller inside, it's got a nylon sleeve on it, has rusted on the inside and split, so it's stopped.
Yeah, but
the impellers are near enough as much as a new pump on them.
They've actually got a new design coming out very soon.
For that, to stop that, it's weird you should say that because my old man's always had that same pump, and he's had 2 do it. So it must be a common.
They've redesigned it so the water goes down the shaft and creates more of a cooling effect in there as well. So right. You're looking quite good. George Murdoch, well done, mate. I don't recall seeing you before. So welcome along. Andy's Koi Pedal, evening to you, my friend. See who else is in that's going to be ripping me off tonight. Definitely Jeff will rip me off tonight. Andy Smith will rip me off. Stephen Wiles will rip me off.
Yeah. Jeff the Ochiba.
And Rick's Koi Pond as well. There you go. Evening Autistic. So those little marks in the house as well from Sheffield. Right, so let's have a quick flick through what we've got coming up. A few little bangers as well, may I add. So nothing of any sort of extraordinary price today, with the exception of a couple. So first one being, this one didn't come out too well in the video, but it's actually a Doitsu soragoi. Really hard to get the qualities through on video today, but that is a fantastic little addition to anyone's pond, to be fair.
You can't see that.
Going into a nice Doitsu goshiki. Few and far between this year, actually. I ain't going to lie. This to me is an absolutely fantastic example of Doitsu fish. But I'll cover over the intricacies of this in a while or two. And then this one sort of went to shit as soon as we put it in a blue bowl, but it is actually a kinky-utsuri. But as always with the Benny, the sumi, it just sucked it up as soon as it hit the blue bowl. All right, but
You can see the pattern on it.
It's there, but it was a lot more dominant when I selected it. So, but it's done exactly what I expected it to do as soon as you hit the blue bowl, to be fair. But another good example of what one of them should be. This little beast, little ochiba, very good gin on this beast, and a very nice balanced pattern as well. So we'll see how that goes. Then we're going into nice flowery Kohaku.
Oh,
a little bit different. We'll see how that one goes, but for me, very intricate fish. This one, quite a difficult one for any show people to get right. So, and then a nice Kajaku. I do like this. This is quite a niche little. That little spot on the nose just gets it for me on this fish. Really decent body, etc. on that. But we'll cover them later. And then again, ki-utsuri, okay, being mainly red. All right, it's going to be a chunky little thing. This, followed by the Ginrin ki-utsuri, or a kinky, which way you see it. But this is more Ginrin for me. That's got a bit of work to do across the head, but I think when that comes, it's going to change that fish big time. And then into a really beautiful traditional type of showa, but a Ginrin showa, absolutely bang on. Really lovely fish. A yama. Again, you don't see many of these about, and it's quite nice to have one with a body to die for, followed by quite a beast of a fish, actually, showing lots of qualities, and an adopted tancho spot, which is always nice to see. And the show shopper being a sanki from Sakai Fish Farm that has got sumi to die for, a Benny plate to die for, and a pattern to die for. Absolute. I've fallen in love with that pattern on there, but anyway, enough of that because it depresses me that I have to tell them.
wow!
But 80 people in the house, guys. Thank you very much for all of the support. Let's have a look what we're saying here. Marcus, evening, mate. Lorraine, even everyone. Today's delivery was stunning. Thank you very much, Lorraine. Really appreciate that. They're all amazing. Dr. Kempo in the house, right? Bruce, what's that? Krafty received my shisui today. Wow, the body on it. I know you said it was good, but man, it's hench. Yeah,
I think I've seen Lorraine's koi delivery today. I'm pretty certain she posted it in Gaz's community.
Who was that? Sorry,
Lorraine. Didn't she? She got a delivery today off here, didn't she?
Yeah, I think we had about 15 fish go out today. The one of the guys that won the yellow monkey, his box got crushed.
Oh no! Is it okay?
Yeah, it was all fine, mate. But they'd done the delivery first thing this morning, and it ended up being all good. But it's delivery, mate. You know, as soon as it goes out your shop, it's out of your hands, and it becomes a risk, doesn't it? So, Shane's in the house and Marco as well. Right, let's get this ball rolling. Not 50 million lots tonight, but I think you'll agree, Aaron. Some decent. I'll tell you what I haven't done. I need to get let me tablet out.
Do you want a stopwatch here?
If you got a stopwatch, I use a phone.
I've got
I was expecting one of the old style, like because you've been
I'm
watching
not
the
that ready.
Right, let's get up. The score sheets where you lot rip me off and I have to display it to me boss so he can show how much I've give the fish away for. Drive. Right, first lot then. Bush, let's get you up there with me. And then we'll go like that. And it is the Doitsu soragoi. And starting bid is a £5 just to get us warmed up. All right. Absolutely banging little thing. He hasn't put down the breed on there for some reason. I can't remember where. I think it is
17 cm starting bid of £5.
Yep, that's all we need, mate. £5 to keep it going.
Oh.
But right, so video don't do this fish much justice because the colour and the background, etc. But Gaz Jones is straight in at £20, guy, or £25. So Ed, we're at 25, mate. Now it's 45. I'll let you guys battle it out on there and I'll bring it up. It's a beautiful, lovely smooth fish, with the exception of down the lateral line and across the back where you've got some really lovely scalation, which means when this fish gets bigger and them scales grow with it, fantastic. If you've got a fantastic window fish, but also a really lovely pond fish from the top because the scale, you can't pick it up very well. I tried to work it with the net underneath, but that didn't work much either. But again, it's a banging fish for what it is, and the body line on it is fantastic. You don't see many Doitsu soragoi about. No.
That's going to be really nice when the light hits it in your pond, isn't it? It's going to be one of them ones that when it comes up to feed and the light gets that right, you're going to see a really nice.
So Alan Day's the guy that bought the yellow monkey last week, dudes. Thank you very much, Alan. Really appreciate that, mate. It's not something that you really want to wake up to, and I appreciate, you acted really quickly to get that sorted. So excellent. Well done to you. Glad it's feeding well though, mate. That fish won't let you down. Over 100 people in already, man. I'm chuffed to bits with that. So up 45 quid, guys. Just lump on whatever you want for this fish. I don't mind whatever you want to put on. He's only a small little tozai, but it's a nice growing fish. Now, when we look at this as a fish itself, it's got a great little frame for a tozai, and the fins are fantastic as well. And I know that may sound weird, but actually it's something that people overlook on their fish is the fins, and the fins are very well proportioned as a tozai, which means that they're only going to be well proportioned as the fish gets bigger. So, but we're Scotty P at 45 quid. Any advances on 45 quid, please, guys?
Just as you was lifting it out of the water, out the net, then you could see when it just peeked out the water how good its skin quality was. It's very hard to see it when you're doing that, but as you was just lifting the net out, it just
you just catch how it glistens. That's one thing. So today when I've done the selection, I was looking through some of the fish that are worthy of coming on the auction. But if there's just a small thing that I'm not happy with, they won't come in, So, if I'm looking and there's something on there, bearing in mind this goes on the internet and goes to everyone in the UK, if there's something that I think will undervalue it, I won't put it in. Okay, so, one thing we don't struggle with in the shop is skin quality. The skin on almost all of our fish is A1, to be perfectly honest. So let's put a 2-minute timer on it, mate. 45 quid for the first one.
2-minute
timer. I'll have my tablet, darling, so I don't have a headache.
Okay, you don't?
No, so it defeats my headache.
Okay, have you got a brittle?
I haven't got that one, please. 2 minutes has started, I believe. Is that right, Aaron?
That's right, mate. 2 minutes has started.
Right,
I mean, at 45 quid, this is an absolute bargain, isn't it, really? 17 cm. It's not a...
I mean, to be fair, it's not selling itself, which is fine. I sort of expected that. It's worth a fair, decent amount more than that. But for a warm-up, Scott is already going to be in it for well, let's just say that he's already starting to pull them pants down tonight, isn't he?
A complete dark fish like that must be a nightmare for someone to sell and get good footage of to do the koi justice, though.
Yeah, totally. But it's how we work, mate. It is what it is.
A minute gone.
Yeah, quite a hard fish to get hold of, being a Doitsu, the soragoi. So really lovely, grey, velvety sort of colour. For me, it's a good grow-on project, and for those people that enjoy Doitsu fish, a very nice addition to anyone's pond. To be fair.
20 seconds left, guys. If you want to get your bids in. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Banging, sold then to Scotty P. Well done, mate. 45 quid. Let me just bring up some info for everyone. What have I done there? Broke some, I think. Let's put that one on. There you go. So, for all winning fish tonight, the way that we work this is we have a 2-minute countdown at the end of each lot. If I receive a bid within that 2 minutes, I will restart the 2-minute countdown. That will stop people trying to snipe people, and it's only fair that people get the opportunity to rebid back if they're really after the fish. It's so disappointing to see people get outbid right at the last second where they don't win a fish, probably one that they've really wanted as well. So we always restart the timer. Second to that, you need to give the office a call, the shop a call tomorrow morning on the telephone number scrolling across the bottom. Let us know what your screen name is and the auction number of the fish that you win, and settle up on the phone. At this point, we will then make arrangements for the fish to be delivered, if you want it delivered, which comes at a £25 additional cost. That's not my cost. I can't defer the cost ever. All right, that cost belongs to you, and it is what they charge us. So we literally pass that cost on. All right, so we will then agree a mutually agreed date so someone can take control of the fish. There must be somebody in to take control of the fish. I won't leave it with a neighbour, and I won't leave it on your doorstep, guys. So that's why we agree a date for the fish to be delivered. Also, remember that we have to take the fish off feed as well, so it turns up in as good condition as possible. So it won't be until next week, because we take them off of feed for 3 days. And then that takes us into Monday next week, guys. All right. So congratulations, Scotty, mate. A nice starter there for 45 quid. That's one hand print on one's back size. So he says there's been looking for one for a while. Excellent. Well done, Scotty P.
He's come on the right night, hasn't he, then? If he's been after one and he's got one at that price.
I've had it knocking around in a pond, so it was one of the fish that I pulled off to the side and kept out of the way a little bit, because they're quite hard to come across. So I thought that'd be a nice fish to start with. But here we go then. Let's have a look at this little beast. Absolutely banging. Sakazumi Doitsu goshiki. Tozai 18 centimeters, starting bid of £20, guys. Just £20. Like I said earlier, these are getting few and far between, or have been this year. You're not seeing many, and you certainly aren't seeing many of this quality, to be fair. Again, being Doitsu, we can see here that it's got a fabulous zipper line going down the. That's right. I'm just looking at the bids because they're coming in from Facebook and YouTube. So. Beautiful zipper line going down the spine, and also is equally good going down the lateral lines. Now, when you see this fish on the opposite side, you will see how well balanced this fish is. On one side, it's not as balanced, but on the other side, you see a benny spot right in the tail tube that really does balance this fish out. And what we can do with the expectancy of this fish, it will get darker. Okay, it will get darker. So that will only really make that head bounce, because that benny is actually deep, very deep, and I reckon it will stay that deep for quite some time in its life to come. What about yourself, Gaz? Are you into these?
As Gaz, come on, if you want.
Are they not your type of fish?
Yeah, I love a goshiki, mate. It's got extremely clean pecs on it.
Well picked up, mate. You know,
Yeah.
there's plenty. They're quite a fun favourite, you know, the goshiki. So last year, these sold like hotcakes. You know, literally as soon as they come in, they was out, and you couldn't get enough of them. And they was in abundance this year. Not
I
hardly.
can't say I've seen any for sale. Doitsu ones. I've seen lots of goshikis, goshiki. My feeder rattling off.
Yeah, Doitsu ones not this year. You know, we've certainly not managed to get our hands on many. So, you know, quite a rare little thing. And like I said earlier, so this fish is already darkened up, or started to darken up, and it will get blacker and blacker, which is excellent, because the scales will actually really amplify against that, and it will help what that fish finishes like. For me,
as soon as I put mine in hard water where we are, it transformed.
I mean, what I've noticed in the shop, having different goshiki breeders, the fish tend to darken up better, like with Otsuka, than what they would Kawakami. But for me, that's perfect, because it means that it's not pushing that development. You know, it's not reacting to that water well, so it will just do it naturally as it gets bigger. So you're going to get the qualities later on in life with like the Kawakami, for instance. But this is definitely going to get black, and that's what you're really looking for in this sort of fish as well, to be fair. But looking for another fiver on this, please, guys.
I've seen a few
banging.
Sakazumi's goshikis, though. The floating benny on them does look really good. It looks really deep quality, that.
It is very good, to be fair, mate. But let's put a 2-minute timer on it, Aaron.
We're on. Jeff just said it looks Aragoki. I thought that. It looks like a very good cross between...
Okay, so what makes it not Aragoki? That is the question that you need to ask yourself. Okay, Aragoki is more fully scaled Doitsu. Okay, so when you get linear patterns of scale, all right, it still falls within. Mate. Yeah, please, mate. It still falls within the Doitsu lineage. If we had more scales coming up around the fleshy part, so to speak, then it's going to move into Aragoki, large armored scale variety. But if it was Aragoki, I think that it would be holding a higher price than we've currently got with Scotty P at 50 quid. There's obviously got a little grow on pond somewhere, because this is second one. Guys, too cheap at 50 quid. Oh, I'll tell you, mate. Struggling here. Nice little fish. Nice little fish there. How long we got left going on that timer, mate?
We're not at a minute yet, because I restarted it when Scotty put that bid in. So there's coming up to a minute left now. So if you want it, guys, don't let the lag beat you. You need to get the bids in.
Also, window fish, banging. Because you've got such a good linear scalation going down the flanks, you know, when that comes past the window, I promise you, absolutely fantastic.
you can see it when it turns. If you have got a window outgrown pond, it'd be mega that.
It's nice. I'll get drawn into that head pattern. That's only going to get better. That floating belly's just going to get better as that skin darkens off as well. You know, there is more in the tail tube, guys. You'll see it better when this fish restarts on the video roll. You'll see it.
Coming up to 10 seconds, guys. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Scotty P.
Sold. 50 quid. Good lad, man. Let me give you this back so everybody can see it. Right, let me just update this. What was the last one? 45. 50 for this one. Scotty P. Wonder if they called him Scotty P in the pub.
I don't know. It would be hard to hear. My feeder went off just before then, and I was all snaffling. I could hear out. I was like that.
Yeah, mine are constantly hungry at the minute. Do me a tits in. They eat better than I do. Right, here we go. The next lot, guys.
Do you know what? You can. They are renowned for the sumi dropping off these, but you can see it.
Not dropping off. The wrong terminology.
They're just like getting scared in the blue ball, aren't they? But you can see that.
So if you see the selection video earlier, you would have seen the pattern on this fish is excellent. Okay, and when I say pattern, I'm on about the sumi. So the sumi actually does wrap around this body, but like any ki-utsuri lineage, you put them in a blue bowl, it drops off. All right, which is one of the reasons why you don't see many of these in the showgrounds, because you introduce them on the Friday, right? Come judging day on Saturday, the sumi is all washed out or really retracted, and you end up with more of a yellow fish with some dirt.
Yamato-nishiki by Sunday.
Yes, yeah, as good as. But for me, very good gin on this fish, which is the reason why it was selected out. It's also got a very nice sumi pattern. Although you've got to take. Well, I'm going to have a look on here.
I was going to say, can't you bring up the one from dinner time?
I'm going to see what
on that, Sarah. It's 25 quid starting bid.
Yeah, 25 quid, Sarah, please. My apologies, I didn't look at it hard enough. That's all.
Mike's in at 30. Good effort.
Mike, go on then, son.
You can see where the sumi is in this.
You can, but there's people that won't understand what's gone on. It's natural. It's a reaction to blue backgrounds, to be perfectly honest, which is why, like I said.
It was one of my first questions to Alan Tate about this variety and why you never see him in shows.
Mate, you think I know how to work YouTube, being on YouTube for so bloody long.
But your channel, then live, and then...
Well, yeah, scheduled for then. Well, I've had 201 views on that from earlier. It won't play now.
In at 40, mate. You can see how the pattern does go completely across this.
You can, but it's really hard. So people have got to trust their own judgment. Where you're seeing in the main body line, the darker areas, that is where the sumi sits. All right, it's not anything more than a bit of like crappy looking skin. I promise you, when the color comes out on it, this fish got a beautiful tiger pattern going down the side of it. To be perfectly honest, it's a wicked little metallic fish, and the fins on that as well, really displaying what metallic fish look like. Yeah, somebody from Sam, hey up.
Hi, mate. How we doing? I'm seeing if I can pull you a picture of it.
Come on, guys. Any advances on 40 quid, guys? Miyatora, kinky-utsuri. Absolutely banging. It won't let me play this video, man.
Can you take a screenshot of it and bring a picture up?
Let's see what we've got.
I'm trying to skim it on my phone to try and do it justice. Do you know that Sam Hitchfield was at Riyadh Air Show? 200,000 people there, and he spotted me in the crowd. How mad's that?
Mate, people have got eyeballs for it. Right, I'm just on that section of the video now, so I'll be able to share that. It's just not the best quality video.
It's one of them though. If people are not aware of what this variety does in a blue ball, because I wasn't, I've had it explained to me before, and you see them as soon as people ball them up now, they just lose them so fast.
Right, let's just ignore me, guys. I'm just looking here. We may have a good little shot of it here as before and after.
That one's probably not going to go.
Remember when you get
right, let's put a 2-minute timer on, guys. Mate, it's expected when a fish doesn't sent mine on. Mark sent his missus on holiday for 10 days. That's good.
Right, 2 minutes is starting. Rob, just type it in the comments, mate. Put your bid in, and if you win, you can phone the shop with your number, but you don't have to register. Pop your bid in the comment, just as you've done now, and you're away.
So looking for 45 quid on this one, mate. Rob, if you're interested, just put 45 in the comments, hit the enter, and then whoever at the end of the timer, whoever comes in on the screen wins the fish, and then I'll display what you need to do after that if you're the winning bidder. But 40 quid, you guys are either tight as arseholes, right, or you're trying to get me sacked. It's one of the two. But Peter Anderson, see you later, darling.
It might be that people don't see the future with this, because if this was filmed in your pond, not in a blue ball, I would say it's a completely different ball game.
You know, one thing's for sure, it wouldn't get in me auctions if it weren't a decent fish, guys. I promise you that. With a future, you know. But 45, come on. Oh yeah, you went wrong, mate. Light your pipe. I love that. My dog's just farted really loudly and ran off into the garden. Sarah Hallowell in 45.
Reset.
Sarah Hallowell.
This will transform as soon as it's in a pond.
Okay, why is it important to have yellow in your pond?
Gaz always says it's done it makes all the other colours pop. It's like I don't have yellow in my pond, but
so the reason is that, and you'll see it in the outdoor pond in the next couple of weeks at the shop. Get a lot of red, whites, and blacks in your pond. You know, bearing in mind that's the main sort of colours, right, that you get from. It tends to get lost when you've got red, white, and black in your pond. As soon as you put a bit of yellow in, all right, it really balances the pond out and creates just another spectacle.
And it gone.
Another spectacle. So the balance in your pond becomes really delightful to look at. Just that little bit of colour that breaks it up, you know, it makes a big difference. But like Walker Koi says,
yeah,
all right. It's so true. We've already covered it off though, mate. So
it's a steal at 45.
That's the one, mate. That's the word.
Contrast.
You know, again,
30 seconds left. It's hard to keep a straight face with Jigs in the comments, isn't it?
Giggs is banging me. He loves it. Like, literally, he loves it.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Sold. Bush, Ray Sharman, Eve, you are late, sir, but better late than never. And Eric's in the house as well. Them boys. Congratulations. Was it Sarah? Well done, darling, for winning that. So just to go through the motions, those guys that do have a winning bid, give us a call tomorrow morning on the telephone number that's running across the bottom of the screen on the banner. And then make your payment and then confirm if you want it delivering, or if you indeed would like to come in to collect. I will offer a 10% discount to anybody that comes into store to collect on any other koi in the shop, to a value of £500 tonight. So if you want to come down for the day, come down and we'll give you another 10% off any other purchases. Not this fish, by the way, but any
it's
other
worth coming down just for the cafe.
Yeah, the cafe's banging, huh?
It's banging.
So
it is the best cafe in all the shops I've ever been to.
You like it that much? Me too, mate. It's a very good cafe, to be fair, man. You know, we do work hard in there. We're actually in the top 5% of cafes in the UK. Like when it comes to the amount of custom that we get through the doors, top 5%. You know, which is something worth boasting about, I suppose. Okay, into the next one. Woo-hoo. It's Miyatora, this one, and it is
Ochiba, is it?
Shigure Ochiba. Quite a high gin on it as well. These fish are absolutely mental. The quality of the gin is through the roof with these, and because of the line they come in, they actually get very big. Okay, so again, the pattern on this fish is excellent. It's well balanced. There is a pattern in the head. You'll see where it pinches around the nostrils and into the lips. And then you have got a nice section through the middle and then into the tail stop as well. The fins on this are excellent. And on top of that, the gin just blows me away. Every time I put these into a blue bowl, man, and there's a little bit of light, they absolutely just blow me away. For me,
does that look like it's already getting a really good set of shoulders on it for an 18 cm?
Yeah, bearing in mind it's 18 cm, right? But look at the structure, right? We always look at the structure, and what we're looking for is that nice little profile where it pinches down, you know, not in, but nice and profile down into the tail stop. You know, bearing in mind the Ochiba line and what they do, they are one of the most hungry fish in anyone's pond. Colin, we do need you, mate. Where are you?
Go on, Jeff.
I believe Jeff was in a race against somebody else, against another one of these before, if my memory serves me right. But £65 with Jeff at the moment. Still loads of work to do on the price for this, guys. Absolutely stunning. And when they get big, they look even better. What you also find on these is that the colour, i.e. being what we're looking at, like the rusty red colour at the moment, that will deepen and that will lighten in the temperature of the water, which is one reason why they sit within my top 3 favourite varieties, being the Chiba. You know, you can see the backbone in the fish when it comes towards you, but look how beautiful that dorsal is as well. It's just really showing off this fish. You know, Absolutely fantastic. Wow, I thought we'd be having a bit more of a race off the bottom here. Richard Webber, you still in, mate? It's worth loads more in the shop, mate. This fish, just so you know.
And Phil.
And
It's still a
Phil, yeah,
bargain
and
at this
you, Phil. Don't forget you, Phil. I like his picture. I just need to have a look at it. Banging. So Jeff Lee's. I think Jeff lives around Hull, and he displays Liverpool
so
badge.
Jeff lives directly across the river to me. If I stand on my roof, I'll be able to see Jeff's house.
Okay, mate. If you have a look across the bottom, James, you'll see the breeder, the variety, the age, and the size, mate. So this one's 18 centimeters, mate. But no, you know, it's only toes eye, young toes eye at that. So get it in your pond. And we've already seen on Gaz's channel how well people have really grown and bodied their fish out when they've come from the shop, you know.
I was going to do a video of the ones I got from your shop today because the body on them is exceptional.
Yeah, you should.
Especially the Kohaku, it is really doing so well. But I'm just piling the food in at the moment. No need to be disturbing them. Just
let them eat, mate. I mean, that's what you got to do at the end of the day, mate. You know, I'm finning 10 of my fish out. So I'll be making a video as soon as I get 5 minutes to myself of the fish that are coming out because I'm going to reduce them by 50%. So there's going to be some crackers coming available soon. But let's put a 2-minute timer on this, mate. Getting through a nice and quick tonight.
I mean,
cheapest chips, this man.
There we go. We're starting. It's certainly got a good body. It's not.
Oh, mate.
It's not one of my favourites, but I'm colourblind, and that looks weird to me, right? And I've always said that I'd never have an ochiba in my pond. Not to say that I can't see the body and everything in this one is brilliant, but for me, the colour looks different in my eyes to everybody else. And every time I go to someone, I said to Gaz, "What colour is that?" And he said, "Yeah, it's an ochiba that."
Yeah. I get it. I mean, being colourblind certainly don't help in this hobby, but
no,
for a number of reasons.
I've got a good lad. He's good at selecting.
Beautiful, clean fins in this fish, man. It's really, really good quality fish. This. Extremely.
1 minute gone. Let's get them in if you're having them in, because otherwise, Jeff will have set up with the delivery company.
Right, just pause the timer a minute, mate.
Yep. Shipping
right
to
then.
Kent. I can bring that up.
Right then. Cost is £25 per box of fish. Right. Obviously, if you win 2 small little fish like this, they'll go in the same box. It's just one cost. Anything more than that, if you're buying some big lumps off me, then it'd be £25 a box. Or if you get loads of small ones, we'll cover the cost of the second box, but we'll agree that afterwards. But ultimately, £25 delivery fee. I don't make any money on that. That is, we get a cheaper rate than most people on the basis of the amount of shipping we do at our store. And all I simply do is give you that cost so we don't lose money, obviously. I can't transfer that over at all. I can't waiver that fee. It's not something that I want to do because, as you can imagine, if we start wavering fees, it cuts down the cost of bargains that you're already getting anywhere. But I can ship anywhere in the UK. UK mainland, that is. Okay, mate?
It is cheaper than I've ever paid. 25 quid.
So
I think 35 quid is your average. So 25 quid is a bargain in shipping. Let's put one more minute
Let's
on
start that timer again. So about a minute left, guys. Let's see another fiver on this. It's worth more than £65. Gaz Jones is in at 70. Thank you very much, Gaz. Just want to say thank you. We've got 120 people in. Thank you very much, guys. Really appreciate that.
Guys, don't forget to hit the thumbs on this. It really does help his channel out, and it pushes it to more people that might not see it.
It does, you know. I'll just look at that dorsal, how it's displayed, and that's a sign of a very healthy fish when they're like that as well. You know, I love displaying themselves, and the gin, you can see the gin in it. And I know Jeff is after one of these as well. So, you know, Jeff, you need to get yourself down. I've just had a maybe glitching, guys, just so you know, because it looks like my feed's just drops off slightly.
It's running smooth, the video on my screen.
It looks like it's picked up again. Back with Jeff at £75 then. Guys, this is 150 quid's worth of fish.
Jeff has been down. He came with Gaz to play mini golf on the opening.
Yeah, I know, but it needs to come down again. That's what I'm saying. It needs to come down.
He does, mate. Jeff needs a standing order setting up with the courier. If I'm.
Well, one thing's for sure, mate. Jeff can grow a fish as well. So, oh, that's lovely. 75 quid. Beautiful bit of bling in the pond, especially with this nice summer sunny weather. You'll get a centimetre to 2 centimetres of growth on this if you feed well enough, guys. By the end of the season, you're easily hitting 30 cm just on the first. Just with what's left as well, I reckon.
50 seconds, guys.
50 seconds left. Another fiver, Gaz. Come on, man. Don't let it go for the cost of a Costa coffee. Try saying that when you're drunk.
It is, yeah.
We love Jaws. Oh, here he goes. What's he saying? Jeff, is he the one that looks like Phil Mitchell's dad?
No comment.
Sorry, I missed you earlier, Cole. I didn't even know you was in, actually, mate, to be fair. How long we got left, Aaron?
10 seconds left. 9, 8.
Well, let's
7.
restart that. Jeff's back in at 80.
That was nearly a sniper shot, that, wasn't it?
Yeah, we always like... See, now, bearing in mind, if we don't restart the clock, the likes of Jeff here can't put his money back in. And he would have lost that, and he's been bidding from the start, you know? And that's why I like to reset.
It's only fair, because I was watching last week, and I figured that if I was watching it on my TV and commenting on the phone, that's where the lag was.
Yes.
Old man eyes, watching it on the TV through a skybox, but commenting with just comments on my phone, the gap was massive. But then if I watched it on the phone and commented on the phone, I seemed to be more in sync with everybody else. So word of warning for anybody, guys. Some set-top boxes for your TVs are quite far behind, and that's why he's doing the restart.
And that's why I give 2 minutes as well.
Yeah. Are we in, Jeff? Are you having this?
Yeah, Jeff's going to come back in. I know he is.
Minute left.
Minute to win it. Beautiful breeder as well, Muratora. Got a fantastic fish house. I had great fun there. Looking forward to going back as well to the pan.
Mate, you'll need to do a bit of
Be interesting to see what the exchange rates are. Jeff's back in at 85. Be interesting to see what the economy does there after yesterday's thing and how well it rebuilds, because the yen's really weak at the minute, which is good for us in the koi hobby. You know, and if you're like me, you'll pass the savings over. All right, decent breeders will pass them savings over like I do.
Gaz is out.
That's good. So still with Jeff Lee's at 85. Thank you very much, Gaz. It makes a big difference, that does, mate, when you say I'm out. But there's still other people that might fancy this that join on late. So we always run the 2 minute timer down. I might send Gaz a link to see where he is right now if he joined on. I bet he's sipping pina colada with some Bermuda shorts on.
What? It's 2 hours in. He'll be having a meal out. He said, having a meal out at 7, and there's 2 hours in front. So,
Well, he would have finished his meal now unless he was having a banquet. I was in the Holiday Inn in Rotherham. He loves it. Jeff Lees is going to Japan, he says.
go on, Jeff.
Yes, you are, Jeff.
You need to build another pond, Jeff.
Up the pound and down the yen. Couldn't agree with that anymore.
Right, last 30 seconds, guys.
30 seconds. Come on, guys. Only looking for another fiver. Don't let Jeff have this at a steal. I love you, Jeff, but I don't love you that much. A fiver. That's all I'm looking for. 90 quid, guys, for a banging little toes eye like that. Absolutely fantastic. And you won't. I bet you don't see that many of these in other stores as well.
10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done, Jeff.
Sold to you, Jeff. I know you'll be hanging with that, mate. I know you will, because I know that you've been wanting one of these for a while. So let's have a quick look. Put that on the bottom there for you, Jeff. This one is PA154, mate. And that is 850 quid to Jeff Lees.
I take it that you don't need to take his address week in, week out. You've just got an automatic label with Jeff on it.
No, his details are in, mate, but we will always make sure that we get the address details when people ring in, just in case they've moved. But I think everyone will agree there. That was a nice little battle for that. So there you go. It was a bargain as well. But right, let's move it on. I think it's going to be interesting what people do with this, because for me, it's an absolute banging little fish. This is. I'm only starting at 50 quid. Lovely toes eye, 22 centimeters. We're looking at a Kohaku here, flowery pattern, which seems to be something that people like at the moment. So 50 quid to start the off. There you go. Guz knows his drills straight in at £80. Go on then, Aaron. Have a go, son.
Mate, it's my favourite variety. And
what sells it to you, mate?
What sells it? The back edge of the scale on all dams are so sharp already at 22 cm. I do like its over eye pattern as well. It's kind of maritime, but obviously it's got a bit of a pattern leading off it. But I really do like that.
Right. Okay. So,
excellent body.
Body first thing first, right? Absolutely beautiful. Real good, strong body on this fish. Very nice white skin. As you can see, very deep benny in this fish as well. Good sashi lines, good kiwa, i.e. front and back edge of each dan. Clean as a whistle, this fish. And with regards to where it's going to go, a body out at the front, real good taper in, worth twice what we're seeing on the screen, like immediately. A very, very nice fish, especially when it gets big. When this fish gets bigger, and you're looking at 70 centimeters, right? You know, the dams will pull away from each other slightly as well as that fish grows, which will separate that pattern even more. And that on its own will just change what this fish looks like. And then when you start to see that body open up like this, more of the white skin when you're looking down becomes part of the pattern, and then you will just get these lovely spots of dams all the way down the fish, you know. And for me, it's one that will look fantastic in anyone's pond. Five dan fish, you know, absolutely. Marcus, you're right, actually, mate. It is. I agree with you there. No, absolutely fantastic. I'm from a very good breeder being Sakazumi, but again, just because he's not up there with the Sakais or Dainichis and that, people don't pay the money. But actually, his fish grow very, very well, and they will have some sort of trait in them, in the blood somewhere, because every breeder has when it comes to their tozai now, being that of Dainichi or Sakai, they will have some sort of genetic from their blood. You know, gone is the Yamato-nishiki range now. Back in the 80s, that's pretty much fizzled out. So
didn't Lee do a video at Sakazumi, side of the
yeah,
road?
he would have done. Yeah, quite a few times. Just literally just off the road it is. Yeah. On a straight road. I've had some really nice fish from him this year.
It needs to be more than this. This is an absolute incredible. Look how, just to show you, look how deep the last Dan is in Benny. That it's a really good Kohaku. That.
You know, and what I really like on the fish is, except for the body, the skin, etc. The skin, you know, the fish will sell itself, but the one standout thing for me on the fish, other than the body and having an understanding of where it goes, I love how that eye looks like it's been stuck on the side of its head in that Benny spot. It's like there's no leaking whatsoever of that colour into the eye, and it just really pushes that blueness out. And yeah, for me, I really like that. I think it makes it look quite quirky, to be perfectly honest. No, fantastic. 95 back with Gaz Jones. Thank you, Gaz.
You can see
beautiful body line. You can see the body line in it. You know, I wish I had more time to take photos and stuff, to be perfectly honest, but I'm just too busy to do all of that for every single fish we got. It's a shame.
Sorry,
very well balanced as well. Very well balanced. And Lucky Rich, he was just out of shot there, mate. It's back with Marco on Facebook. £100.
Very well tapered, the back end of this, isn't it? It's really well proportioned front to back.
I mean, I can tell from, I mean, it's only a 22 centimetre tozai. Right? When you look at the size of its head in the shoulders and just how big it is up front, right? I know for a fact that this fish has got a good 70 centimetres in it. You know, you feed it well and you'll get it there in 2 years, no problem. You know, and just imagine what that looks like at 70 centimetres. You know, that's not pushing, right? When them dans separate and that body widens and you've got that big slab head with a big set of shoulders on it, right down into the peduncle, right? Nice fleshy peduncle as well. Let's not, right? It's not too thin at the end, right? And that's something that we look at, which means that with a good bit of flow in your pond, the fish will body out and really get volume into it. So, you know, this fish in itself is going to look fantastic. You know, this is one worth documenting as well with growth and development. Absolutely fantastic.
I think Budget Pond Keeper just put, what's the difference between a 3-step and a 5 Dan? Well, some people will call it a Dan, some people will call it a step.
Yeah, so basically what we're looking at is the patches of Benny going down the fish. So on this one, the first Dan is counted as the piece on the eye, and then one on the shoulder, one on the front of the dorsal, one on the back of the dorsal, and then one patch on the tail stop in the peduncle area. So that is a 5-step Kohaku, basically, guys. All right. So what makes these sort of fish quite difficult to show? It's because there's so many dans. Technically, it's very difficult to get all 5 dans looking exactly the same, ready for a show, and getting the white skin around them and everything looking brilliant. The more dans you get, the more intricate the pattern, the harder it is to get the qualities in every single one. So if you do manage to win an award, and people do, all right, the more hard, it's like throwing a 180 basically. You know, the harder the shot, right, the more celebration, right? And if this was to get good in every area and you win an award, you have achieved extremely well, because it's harder to do 5 than what it is a 2-step, right? So this is basically what we would call a godan, okay, yeah, or what the Japs would call a godan. I'm not Japanese, so
I like this. I really do like this.
you see, the more you look at it, the more you appreciate it.
I really like the eye.
Yeah, me too, mate.
Do you know? It looks almost like it's been artificially popped. Just
Like what you get in the kids,
like a wobbly eye in a
kids'
card.
boxes. Yeah, you know, but
Yeah, I like this.
you know, enough Benny in there to really deepen up when it gets outside. These are kept indoors, so that will only richen up even more when you get it outside. And the skin, as it layers up, that head gets whiter as well. It will get white with age. Yeah. Again, like I said earlier, if you document this off, it'd be really interesting to see where this goes year on year. You know, especially if you're feeding it well and you've got a good flow rate to really help that body mass. You know, that will be a good one. MJH, good to see you in the house, mate. Guys, Jones, 120 quid, looking for another fiver, guys. Let's have a 125 on this one.
Have a look at that. What do you think to that?
That's amazing.
How's it going, Leo? You well, mate?
You
Like
are
your
that,
hair,
man.
mate. That looks nice. Your hair looks nice.
Thanks.
Did your mum cut it?
No.
That's a good job. Don't let her cut your hair, mate. Right, let's get 2 minutes on here then. It's
Nice.
dried out a little bit. Still over 100 people in. Excellent stuff. So just a reminder then, guys, once the fish leaves our establishment, we can't take it back, and that due to biosecurity and the health and the safety of all of the other fish on our site. However, like today, if there is an issue after delivery, we will work with you to ensure that we come to some sort of arrangement, all depending on what the scenario is. So that's the legalities covered on that. Winning bid, if you want delivered, £25 delivery, or you can come and collect and I'll give you 10% off any livestock in store up to the value of £500, guys. So, you know, the more you spend, the more you save. Job's a good one. You've been to, is Leo gone?
He's
He's off playing Fortnite,
no, he's not. No, he's
cleaning the filters. Slave
he's
labour.
he's pulling blanket weed out his mum's
Mate, you
wildlife.
should be letting him play. You should be letting him play Fortnite at his age, mate. Getting him in the garden, cutting your grass, and sorting out your filters and that. You know, what time is it? 7:30.
40 seconds left. Do you know what, mate? It's his choice.
That's good though, mate. It's better than getting in there in it than what it is playing Fortnite, to be fair. So still with Gaz Jones, 120 quid. About a minute left, Aaron, is there?
There's 30 seconds
Oh,
left now.
Richard's
125.
fucking 125. Beautiful fish.
This,
The more you look, the more
out of all the koi in the auction today,
this
if
is
I
your
had
favourite.
2 pumps break, I would be bidding on this. This is 100% right up my street.
Yeah.
I think it's the first one that when I saw the pictures, like,
Guys, Jones back in 130. Denmark in the house. I love Danish bacon, me.
I know that, mate. That's why I
Mate,
had
just
to.
turn it off and put it back on again. And just drive down slowly.
If
As long as
only
it's
Gaz
still,
knew.
as long as it's still going. Or buy a horse.
Gaz that rags me for having a Volvo that went into limp mode last week, and it's been in the garage since.
How long we got left, Darren?
A minute and 20.
Come on, guys. Richard, if you're in, mate, let us know. Another fiver, mate.
I paid double what's on this screen for a decent one.
Yeah, you will. You know, that's the beauty of auctions, Aaron, isn't it? You know.
You see quite a lot of 2-3 steps that you don't often see them as good as this. We
Excellent,
have
Matthew.
30 seconds left on the clock.
First time in the shop today, lads. Spot on. Some awesome fish. We'll be back at the weekend. Looking forward to that, mate. Thank you very much. You know, anyone that ain't been down our shop, that's what I was about to ask Leo if he likes our shop or not. Because
He's coming back now. What's that you've got? Is that for me?
Yeah.
I was going to say, I was just about to say, do you know what that is? Can I have a glass for that? Krafty wants a word.
Would you like one up from there?
Yeah, grab us a glass from there. Krafty wants a word.
the family carp fishing, if I send bacon, Krafty, do you send koi to Denmark? Mate, I'm currently working on whether we can get abroad or not, because we've had quite a few hobbyists from Belgium that have been interested as well. So we're currently having a look at how we can do it. So, you know, don't hold your breath though. It's a bit of a slog, mate, the paperwork. So, you know, a little bit here and there. So, Leo, you've been to our shop.
Mm-hmm.
What's the best shop for koi that you've been to?
I don't know, because every shop's different. They all have different varieties.
What's good about my shop?
Your shop has quite a lot of variety, and
It does.
it's just very nice in general.
Oh, you're such a well-mannered little man. You are. And has Dad bought you a tancho yet?
No?
Have you seen this one? You have to
Cheers,
see
mate.
what Santa brings you in his stocking at the end of the year, mate, wouldn't you? You know, hopefully he puts it in a bag of water, though, otherwise it'll go crispy.
You don't want that hung above the log burner, do you?
Colin says that I'm Jewish, which means I don't like bacon. That is really not the case. The belly gives that away.
Good answer, mate. To be put on the spot like that.
Yeah. What I was actually looking for is, because I was here, you saying your shop's the best.
Do you know what? Right. For me, he were put on the spot, and he said exactly what I would imagine he would say, and it looks then unprompted by somebody, doesn't it? So,
mate, he's honest. He's an honest lad. We like honest. So, how long we got left on that timer, mate? Gaz Jones must be sweating buckets.
you got 30 seconds.
30 seconds then, guys.
Don't be bidding on that tancho in there.
Get your mum's credit card out.
10 seconds left then. 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done, Gaz.
Gaz,
That is...
sold to you, my friend, mate. Well done.
Sorry, Gaz. Do you know what, Gaz? Please drop a picture of that in a while on Gaz's, man, Crafties, anyone's Facebook group. Tag me in it, mate. I'd love to see that. And honestly, when I saw these pictures today, even though there's some bigger koi that I've got a bigger price tag in it, this is the one that caught my eye straight away. I know the tancho that Krafty pulled up is Leo's all day long, but this was my favourite.
Right then, let's get on to the next one. Congratulations there, guys. You got a banger, mate. Absolute banger. Let's put the picture on first. Bush. There we go. Let's have a look at that. And already bodying up. Look at the body frame on this. And Kajaku get big, and this is going to be, well, it's going to be like, well, it will eat, and it will eat really, really well. Looking at the fish overall, massive head, huge structure. Backbone is real strong, very good tapered body. When we're looking at the metallics in this fish, real beautiful white fin, nice white head already, which is quite important. And what sets this fish apart from the others in the Kajaku world is you will notice that it hasn't got black nostrils. Okay, it has got a bit of red on there. So we really want to steer clear of black nostrils in Kajaku, all right? And that is a lot of the time what sets the sort of quality aspect. When you get two great Kajakus next door to each other, generally the head will win it, believe it or not. And we're looking at where the nostrils are. A lot of the time you'll get really dark patches that come in and then up to the eyes. With this fish, they're not there. If Dainichi done bacon, fucking hell, can you imagine? So the reason this caught my eye is we've not got those dark nostrils, which are very few and far between, and it puts it up there. Although we've got a little bit of Benny in the knuckle, it doesn't matter. All right, the rest of the pattern speaks for itself. Very rich colour. Which is a great foundation for when this fish gets bigger. So what we will get is the sumi will come up in the fish, across the backbone all the way down into the tail. Already started to develop, but when it comes and then the fukurin starts to grow out, you get a fantastic honeycomb sort of pattern go down the whole of the fish. And for me, it's one of the best things that koi produce is that honeycomb pattern on a well-developed Kajaku. Absolutely fantastic. One of my favorite varieties in the Metanic range. And being from a Fuji, his fish, one of his specialities being Kajaku, exceptionally nice piece, you know. And I'm surprised there are a couple more people putting a hand in a pocket on this. I think this is a fantastic fish.
25
what you say,
Do you know what I like? It's got a really good set of shoulders on it, and I really like how uniform like a small stripe of sumi is in the dorsal and its tail fin. I think I'm just looking how uniform that looks across the body, and I really like that.
Beautiful. You know,
do you know what I mean? If
yeah,
it was
I do, mate.
It'd look, but that just looks so uniform down it. To have a stripe, the first part of it, a stripe in both of them, and you can see where the fukurin pattern starting well on the head now to when that gets a bit bigger. Yeah, I like it. I think the little Benny spot on its nose as well.
Yeah.
That makes it really different.
That in itself, you know, again, when it comes to judging, if this was to show, because it's a show, it's not ready to show yet, but when the development comes, you know, it's definitely got the ability to show because it's so well proportioned. The fins are excellent. When we start looking at the head pattern gets quite important. And like I said, having no dark nostrils, but having that little red patch on the nose, you know,
I'm just
that
checking
sets
if
it
I'm
apart.
dark nostrils.
Gaz Jones, what's he saying? Let's have a look. Watching your selection today, I want that, and I have my eye on another. There you go, mate. You can have it for 60 quid at the minute, mate, because someone's having my pants down. A Fuji fish are fantastic. I'm getting a lot more next year from a Fuji. His fish have been excellent, and they've grown like stink as well. These come in at 15 centimeters to the shop when I selected these, and 10 centimeters since February. It just, on bearing in mind they're in heavily stocked ponds, just proves they've got the genetics. And Kajaku get big. The Kajaku I've got in my pond, she's 3 years old now, 4 years old, just into 4 years, and she's about, I would say, 70 centimeters. So she's a big girl, and for me, maybe the pattern's not doing it. Let's put 2 minutes on this, mate. 55 quid. Wow.
Chris from Brand Family Koi Adventures is going to get a bargain if he walks over this at 50 quid, 55 quid. An absolute bargain. Back in the day, Fuji. Oh, Ricky's in the house, lurking in the background. Let me stop and restart that.
And that's because he knows that this fish is too cheap. I'm telling you now. And lucky Mark, he's just got in with New Forest Koi.
He was a second behind there, Marco.
Again, extremely cheap. Extremely cheap. Marco back in at 65.
Mark at 70. Every time I'm resetting it, guys, so no stress.
Well, you've got to look at the body on the fish.
I've just gone outside and check if it's got black nostrils, and it don't.
Well, you're good. You're good, mate. That's one of the things that in Kajaku that I will look for if I buy. It won't have dark nostrils, mate. He always needs more fish. He's just like all of us. 75 back with Brand Family Koi Adventures. Man, you need to shorten that name. That's a right mouthful for me to say. I'm just going to call you the Brands from now on.
It's Chris.
Chris, there you go. Thank you. I'm shit with names, by the way, so I could call you mate in East Germany because I don't remember your name, to be fair. 75. Come on, let's see 80 guys.
Who else? Mark, Rick, Marco, come on, let's have it.
BFKA. Rick's out. He always you know what it's like. Fucking hell, I'll nick that for 50 or 60 quid. I know what it's like. Marco's back in at 80. Well done, Marco. Honest to God, guys, I promise you, this fish will be a banger when it gets bigger. When it gets bigger, right, it's not going to be slouch. Yeah, right. Ryan's in the house, keeping an eye on what I'm doing. It's going to be no slouch in size, this fish. This fish has got the bone structure to do really well if you feed it. And they look good. And being from a Fuji as well, extremely good breeder in this variety.
Come on, Chris.
I was looking back at his farm, actually. I think he's on third generation of koi breeders, the Fuji. His old man's got proper bandy legs and he's about 3'2". He walks like a question mark.
Do you know what? How did I know that was coming? Go on, Chris.
Well in, Chris, mate. Marco, what you saying, mate?
Let's have a response, Marco.
He did, mate. He just lurked in the background. It's the most unhealth and safety place that you've ever stepped foot into. Marco's out, so it's just
Well
with
done,
Brand. Ryan Studdart. Yeah, boy. Mate, that is definitely a
Time's
picture of
rolling.
the wow. So, Chris with 85 quid.
This is a steal.
Banging.
A Fuji Kajaku, 85 quid.
Are we going for time there, Aaron?
We're at 55 seconds at the moment.
Ryan, are you having a bid on this one, mate?
Right.
Ryan. Mate, you're getting it. That's brilliant. I always see Ryan as a giant dwarf, personally. Who says you can't have mates in this trade? Hey?
30 seconds left.
Get Rocket Boy doing the timekeeping. Is he shit?
I did watch Rocket Boy doing the timekeeping. 10 seconds. 9.
10 seconds.
8,
Come on then, Chris. £5,
7,
guys. Come on,
6,
any snipes?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done, Chris. That is an absolute matter.
Well done, mate. I'll tell you, again, size-wise, that fish is going to be a good fish. So that fish...
And you'll see that. At least it's on a YouTube channel. That you will see the development of that.
Correct. It's always good to look back, isn't it? Saying that, I was doing that the other, I think it was last night. My missus came and she goes, "Are you watching yourself on YouTube?" I said, "No, I'm not watching I was having a look at where the pond is now to where it was when we first started." And you go, "Fucking hell, I can't remember our garden being like that." But right then, let's have a look in the comments. Giant dwarf, isn't that one of the oxymoron things? I don't know, but it sounds good. Congratulations from Jigs. Well done, man. Right then. Over to you, Aaron. What do you know about this?
Is that a kinky-utsuri?
No, it's a Ginin high showa.
Showa.
Beast of a fish. Head and shoulders to die for. It's gonna bulk up front first and foremost. Looking at the structure, it's going to bulk up front, and then it will put its length on a little bit later on in life.
It's certainly got a lot up front, hasn't it? It's very
head and shoulders heavy, right?
Yeah.
Gin, he showa being mainly black and red, right? But you can see in there, nice gin. It's got excellent pattern in the fins, and it's got a memoir to die for. I'm looking for £50 to kick it off again, coming from the Sakazumi pond. And he take us for 50 quid.
He said we're Phil at 60 at the moment.
Oh, so it is. Phil's there, 60 quid. One of them where you've got to have a little bit of vision with what the sumi will do. The sumi is quite easy to read on this fish because it's it's showing really well at the moment. But don't be fooled by this is what you think the finished article can be or will be, because sumi development will carry on for 4 years. So no, high showa, Ginrin high showa. Motoguru in the pecs already as well.
I said it. I got it wrong.
Oh, was it you, mate? Was it?
I said it. I said Gin here. Is it one? And that was
that's cool. He's shower, man. Again, for me, the body on this is somewhat to document. It's good. Like I said, it's going to be stocky up front to start with, and the length will come a little bit later on in life. In your pond with with a little bit of food behind it. That's when you'll start to see them come into its own, if I'm perfectly honest. The gin in the fish is very good. I'm not sure whether the video is picking it up properly, but I promise that is very good. You can see the sparkle in there. Looks like a light dusting. Andrew Smith's increase. Let's go to 70. Really lovely head pattern as well. One that people go for me.
When I'm looking at the Gin, especially on videos, if you can
Cheers,
see it in the
Chris.
somi, then you know it's good.
Yes, right. I mean, that's the bit where it gets to like most, but the gin is all the way through this fish, all over it. In fact, not just round the top; it's round the bottom as well, which is a real nice touch. And trying to get, I think next year the gin variety is going to really take off. Personally, with the likes of Pineapple Queen coming through the ranks now. You see more and more people like NND doing a gin variety as well. I think that they're going to be the next thing that people will turn their attention to. Personally, but currently with Andrew Smith at 70.
Cheers, Bruce. Bruce is shifting the blame on you.
Yeah, it's all right.
That's fine. Yeah. I know he's after one, isn't he? I had to put a bit of Googling in to find out what it was.
Just bear with me, man. Pigeons are on my pond.
Is he out there? I bet anyone is out there giving it the old.
Yeah, I was clapping. It weren't a gun. It should have been a gun, though. They're getting a little bit frisky. But what they do is walk over the pergola trying to shag each other to death. It's not good. It's not a good look, but the fish don't like it. Let's put 2 minutes on then, guys. 70 quid currently with Andrew Smith.
So minutes starting now. It looks like power. This Japan will be all over something like this one day, but
there's a nice one coming up later. I see it's not starting at 50 quid, but it's a really nice, Or my feeder's just going off.
8 o'clock.
Oh, is it? There you go. 2 more feeds to go.
Mine are an hour behind you. I've got 7 and 9. Jeff knows. Jeff knows. Jeff was thinking exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah. The banter between the boys. Yeah, it's gonna again. This is one that I'd like to see updates on because there's a couple of breeders out there that will concentrate on the fish being more stocky up front, and then they gain their length later on in life. What's his face? What's he called? Taniguchi being one of those breeders. And looking at his parent sets, when you look at his toes, they're stocky little things like like little warriors. And then when you see where the parent fish go to, they stock out up front and then they lengthen out rather than lengthen out and then stock out. So, it's one of them good learning fish, perfectly good learning fish on this.
That's showa's my next for me. Is my next. I don't have a showa in the pond, but
do you not?
Nope.
I mean, they're not my variety. I'm a sanki man, so I do appreciate good showa, but they're not my variety. I must admit.
And when you brought your pictures up on Gaz's live about the different ones,
yeah, and
I picked mine, and it was. I looked back, and it's the closest one to a sanki that I picked. So I thought, well, I might as well just have another sanki.
Discover Koi. I'm very well, thank you, mate. I hope you're well.
Right, give this 10 seconds then.
10 seconds then, guys. Another 5. Andrew Smith currently at 70.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Sold. Well done, Andy. Nice little fish there for $70,
Back in
dude.
there. 70 quid, man.
Right, let's just get this on here. We're getting into the stuff that I really like. Really like. Andy Smith. Ush! Banging, son. Well done. Real good little piece, that. What's this saying? Lover, Sanki, me. Appreciate all the fish, but Kohaku and Sanki for me. Fair enough, Chris. Did I get his name right? Congratulations from Jixie. Check me out, remembering the name. Bush.
Well,
From one little sparkler to another.
What are you saying? Is this kinky-utsuri?
Or a kinky-utsuri or Ginrin. I'll put Ginrin on this for people to have a better understanding, but a kinky-utsuri.
But look at the quality of the sumi in a blue ball.
Just out there, Phil, mate. Currently with jigs at 60 quid. Right. And this is what. So if you look back, right, if we look back at that of a fish earlier, where is it there? All right. Same variety. All right. But this one holds its sumi better. So it doesn't react as well or as bad. Okay. So again, a little bit more developed from Marihiro. So Marihiro, for those people that don't know, the big round pond where he's got specimens from everywhere. And again, hard variety to get hold of are the Ginrin versions. Okay, so right, let's just go through these so people know. Excellent fish. Now, structure-wise, it speaks for itself. Okay, Tozai, current size 24 cm. It's got a very good profile for a fish of itself. Nice fat head, nice structure into the backbone. Tapers in lovely. Very good sumi distribution throughout the body. Lovely pecs. Real good pattern into the tail fin and also in the dorsal fin. And the last little bit that we're waiting for that will come is the sumi coming from the nostrils into the head, so you get that Y-shaped pattern going into the head.
I was about to ask you that because it looks on camera like you can see it, but
it's coming. Again, sumi development, so it's a 50-50 if it comes. The fact that it's so close to the skin, I would say it probably will come. But if it don't matter because you've got a fantastic mask going across that. And when you look at the Ginin, the fish, it's exceptional. An extremely good example from Marihiro. And again, the Ginrin variety of this sort of quality is quite hard to come by. And you can see the quality, all day long, how deep that pigment sits in the skin for the ki, i.e. yellow, and how good the sumi looks, even though it's been in a bowl for the same amount of time as what that other one had, and it just totally washed out. It's fantastic. For me, this is a fish that is very worthwhile adding into your pond, especially if you like a Gin variety. Being yellow and black, it will really add something extra to your pond. And you can see how it glistens in the light,
It's really nice, that. Really nice. You see a lot of them that are really peppery with the sumi on these. They're just, but that has got really solid.
Yep, you're right. And that's, to be fair, mate. I could have put high quality in front of this, but I just chose not to do that tonight. This is a high quality example, on that basis. I mean, the less little peppered spots, the better. It's got a couple, but you'll never get one that is completely free of them because it's that sort of variety. So
yeah, Mahi's got a few, but it's not pebble dust. It's got a couple, not got many, but especially on the ki-utsuris, they generally do look smoky. And
Yeah.
I think that is really solid. Sue me on that.
Yeah, it's a great little fish, mate, to be perfectly honest. You know. Still with Richard Brumwell at 90, guys. Let's have 95, please, to move it on. Start moving it on. I don't want to sell this at 90 quid. I will, but I don't want to. It's worth more than this. And we're now getting into a range of fish that are at a very good quality.
Oh, Scotty P's back in. He wants his fair.
Scotty P in the house. Shout
He's
out to
back-
Freya. Yes, Freya.
Shout out to Freya. He's
That's
making
right.
the
We'll
most.
shout out to Freya. We like Freya. It's one of my favourite names, Freya. Viking name. Richard
back in.
Burnwell's back in at 100. Thank you very much, guys.
Scotty P's making the most of the one box delivery there, isn't he? What's he got? Free at about 24 cm. They'd go in a box, wouldn't they?
He's got a couple in there already. So a nice little grow on project to be able to document these fish, see how they develop together. You know, look at the sumi in that fish, mate, and again, absolutely banging. When that fish comes down the right hand side of the bowl, it really does catch up like a treat, mate. Really does. You can see it there.
I'm really surprised that Jeff hadn't had a stab at this. You know, I thought this would be up his alley.
Maybe he's got a couple already because Jeff likes his fish. You can see the gin quality there. You know, right from the back of the head all the way in. It goes through the black as well, which is, you know, what you're looking for in a high quality fish. You know, you can see that. Exceptional. 100 quid with Richard Brumwell, looking for £105.
It's got a decent sized mouth on it as well, hasn't it? When it's got his back in.
I mean, you know, let's be honest, these fish don't get the biggest anyway. So really, we're looking at the body structure on it. They're not massive fish. You're not going to get these to 80 centimeters. If you get these to 65, 70, you've done an extremely good job, and they are capable of reaching that. But anything more than that, you're looking at a little bit of a special fish, to be perfectly honest, to get that sort of size. Holding the quality on this fish, I would want to keep it down to 60, 65, keep it in the size 4 category. And it's a very good contender, or would be if you was to show. It's already showing that in a blue bowl, it's got the ability to hold its sumi up, which, you know, if you was, I thought yeah. Again, if you look in the dorsal fin, it's got a beautiful pattern in the dorsal fin as well. And, you know, like all my fish, they do like to display a dorsal, and dorsal fins are important, you know, and when they do sail them up like that, it shows that they're very happy, believe it or not. It's a sign of a very healthy fish. It's quite nice to see them when they're on camera.
Richard's back in.
We've stayed around 120 viewers tonight, which is fantastic. Thank you. Do you want a beanbag?
No, I'm on a settee, but
you're lucky. I've got a rickety old chair that I have to sit on. And my fat ass, mate, it's like I've sat on it that much. There's not much padding on it anymore.
You say that though, that we got new sofas not long back in our front room, and our old sofa got moved into here. This brown leather one that we've had for years, and this is the comfiest thing ever. You know, when you're tempted just to bring that back in the house and bring the new ones in here. I'm sat on the very edge of my seat. That's why my back's hurting, so I can see the laptop screen.
What, 2 minutes time, 115. Richard, if you're out, let us know, please. 115 going cheap.
Scotty P's having your life today.
He's doing well. He's picking them. fantastic addition to anyone's pond,
It's a good effort.
especially
This
the
one.
yellow. The yellow. If you ain't got a yellow fish, you need one.
I am Jeff.
Good lad.
See if I can not damage the laptop by.
Looking for £120. Don't let it go, Rich. It's a very good quality ki-utsuri, mate. Ginrin variety. Oh, new bidder, Ray Sharman, £120.
Yeah, I am on annual leave. That's why I'm having a beer on a Tuesday. I'm not just.
Fair play, mate. do a reset on the old timer for me, mate, please.
Right,
Rich, you're behind, mate. Still with Ray Sharman at 120. Rich, you need to put a 5 on the end of that, my friend, to win the bid. Richard Brumwell, 125. Restart the clock, please.
We've done it. We're on it.
Thank you.
Who else we got in now? We've got Scotty in and Phil. Is Phil out? Ray. Scotty's back
Pete
in.
back in, 135. Up the bid by a tenner. Well done, mate. That's what we like to see. $135 for Scotty P.
Who else we got in? Ray. Rich. You see, now I can hear the lad on Fortnite. I can hear him in the top bedroom window.
Yeah.
Screaming.
I see. I can hear it as well. That's what my boy's like when he comes home, and he's 23. He's home on Friday actually for the military, so I'm looking forward to seeing. I haven't seen him since Christmas.
Do you know Leo's just joined cadets and he absolutely thinks it's amazing.
It's great,
He's
mate.
been-
It's a great
He
great
absolutely
bit of
loves it.
skills to learn. Skills and friendship, mate. You'll get out of that.
Minute gone.
Minute to win it. £5, another £5. That's what I'm looking for. Oh, where have I put you?
Guys, if you're not in, just put you out. We know. Come on, Rich. You know you want it.
Ray's out.
Cheers, Ray.
Still with Scotty at 135.
We've got 10 seconds left. Oh, and Richard.
Richard at 140. Put a 1 minute timer on for me, mate.
Yeah, 1 minute.
140. 1 minute to win it. I'm going to reduce it down to a minute, so we're not watching. We're not just watching that 2 minutes.
It's on you, Scotty.
What's your plans next then for your pond, Darren? I see you got a new pump. How's that performing?
The pump's not in yet. I'm on my backup pump until that is. 30 seconds left, guys. We are taking the liner out. Is the next job. I'm putting a box weld in it. Getting rid of that shelf. It'll get me a couple of 2,000 more litres in it. So,
Scotty P at 145.
Scotty, stop, restart 1 minute. Go. Yeah, there's a few things I want to do. I need to keep the
Put
films.
145 in for me, mate, and I'll take
I've
that.
done it. We've got a minute.
We'll take that that little liner down there.
That is what I've ordered. Super fish. is what I've ordered. Just because of the 45.
Why
the
didn't you order it
24
through me? Or come to me for it?
Because I took it back to where I had warranty.
They do a
27
very good. They do a very good 24-hour turnaround on problems as
That's
well.
why. 10 seconds left. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Scotty P again.
He's got 3. Good lad.
No, the person I bought my pump off originally, Kraft, don't want to do the pumps that broke, and has offered me this one at a very, very good price. I'm sorry you've had so much bother with the other make. We're now doing Superfish because of this. So it was part warranty, part goodwill. I couldn't say no.
The problem that you've got there, mate, is I don't know where you've bought it from, but if certain stores are not buying them direct from manufacturer, i.e. from the brand, they've got so many terms and conditions that it makes them very difficult to switch things out when they fail. Right. But with us, mate, we don't go through wholesalers for that sort of equipment. We go straight to the horse's mouth. So our contract is direct. Say again.
Are they in Germany, Superfish?
No, they've got an actual base here. So we go through pedigree for those. But you know, we're one of with EA, we're one of the best stockists for them. With Veraze, we offer a silver service, which is there's only about 3 gold service. So we've got pretty much the highest tier you can achieve without actually going out and fitting them, which is where you get your gold from. Superfish, Pond Expert, we've got again one of the best turnarounds for stores in the country. So anything like that, mate, you need to consider me, mate, and give me a call directly. Right?
It was 2 weeks out of warranty, mate, and when I've contacted them and I looked at my receipt, and it is what it is. I was honest. I sent them the receipt, and they've done me a solid. I'm not advertising, nobody else is. I'm not naming names, but that is a reason why that we've gone from there. But as someone said, it is the road I've gone down now for that pump. I have gone Superfish.
Okay, so another Afuchi banger, Yamato-nishiki. It is basically a metallic sanki. This one stands out for a couple of reasons to me. Number one, it's a fucking hell of a chunk of a fish, and the size on it, since we've had it, is done extremely well. It would fall into the pattern type of an aka, aka, being the fact that if the benny on this fish had split somewhat, you would have had little dams to go on. But I actually quite like the fact that it hasn't got that, but you've got down the side of the fish, you can see where it's a scalloping round. The finish on the fish is excellent. The metallic luster is superb, and the sumi is still going to develop on this fish. So across the top of the head will whiten up considerably more. Got benny that's starting to appear in the shoulders. You've got the kucha benny and also sumi. I had a good look. It's got both colours on the lip of this fish. You
see, that's what I said it was, didn't I?
But wasn't we discussing this earlier?
I 100% when he said, Aaron, what do you think this is?
So we went to the book, all right, because it was between the two, right? And it fell in under Yama. So, Mike Sullivan seeing it. All right, let me just find it for you, Rick, just to say, because we did have it, or I did have it, but I was caught between the two. If I can find it.
It's metallic. Was it not the metallic side of it that set it one way rather than the other? Rick will be able to tell us that the Benny Kikikuru, does that not have metallic? And the other one does. But that was my first. When he asked me what it was.
It's let's find it.
Yeah.
Right, okay. So it's going on base, fair enough. That hard fish for me to read, but either way, it's a fucking nice fish. And looking at it, I think it's going to go into a very decent size, and the markings on it itself look banging. We've got a few of these in store. They're, for me, one of those fish that very Marmite. You either like it, both metallic. There you go.
Nice. Well, fair play, Rick. That was exactly my first words when I got asked what it was, but I was going to run upstairs and get the same book that what Krafty pulled out. So,
which is the one we went with. Looking at the diagrams, it's for me the white skin on it and not the grey skin. What I was looking at when you're looking at the Benny Kikos, but hey, at the end of the day, it's going to be a fucking banging fish. Banging fish. Mike Sullivan, £100.
See, I had one of these, and it was nowhere near as good as this.
The luster in it. I mean, you can see the luster on the spine. How shiny this fish is, and that shows the skin quality in the fish. It's absolutely fantastic. The black in it is going to do more, and that is again the learning curve in the fish itself. So
mine was one that I bought cheap. It was the very first koi, one of 5 that went in. But
let's put a 2-minute timer on. I knew this one wouldn't. I knew this would go for 1 or 2 bits to be fair.
It's Marmite. It's still got a very good body for what it is.
100%. Again, dorsal's up a treat. I love the dorsals when they display the dorsal. Good size head, real good body line for a Doitsu fish as well. I think you're going to achieve a good 70 centimeters with enough food on it. Just looking at the structure of the body, real good long fish. What we're looking for. Good chance of it being a male as well. Looking at them pecs, but again, you can see the luster in the pec fins on it as well. Appreciate that, Rick. When that whitens up as well on the head, when that skin keeps growing, it changes what this fish looks like. Fantastic. Nice little bit of black and red on the lip as well. Always a favourite when you see it come up to feed, and there it is. You'll see it every time. 1 more minute, guys. Looking for 105, please. Real nice Doitsu variety.
See, the one I got was the opposite way around, and it had more sumi than Benny on it.
Yeah, I mean, you can get. I mean, the ones in the shop, the varieties are huge in pattern. You know, for me, I really like the red luster going through the top of this fish. Good scales. You know, which will only get bigger. Oh, excellent, Colin. Thank you. Yeah,
mine was certified as well. Mine was as a
yeah.
Mine came with a cert, but sadly, in winter when we had the covers on it, it got stuck behind a rock on the ledge, and couldn't get out. And obviously, I had snow on the covers and I couldn't see it. It's a benefit. Sorry, not a benefit. It's a problem of having covers, isn't it? That if anything could happen, you don't have that ability.
And the
to
thing
see
that
it
you'll find with fishes, mate, right? So in the shop, on the covers we put on the ponds, there's little holes that have been cut out to allow for gassing. And
1 minute, guys.
when we had the golden corn in, one of the golden corn at Nisai had jumped. It had actually jumped through the hole and got stuck in the hole. You know, and then of course flap like mental, and all it done was ripped all its scales off both sides. You know, if they find a hole, well, if there's a hole, they'll find it, man. You know, it's just one of the sod's law lucks, to be perfectly honest. But £110, looking for 115, guys. This fish
Are we in
is
30 seconds?
a real decent fish for 110 quid. Definitely going to be a male, looking at the size of them pecs on it as well.
Skin luster is very good on this, though. You can see when it's not in the shadow how well
you can
it's
see it in the shadow as well. To be fair, that's where it separates itself.
10 seconds. You know? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Colin.
Salted well in then. Well in, Cole. Oh, that's the wrong box. Let's redo that in the right box. Now we're getting on to some of my favourites. Yeah, I will put it to your slate, Cole. Don't worry, mate. Right then, here we go. This is... Oh, which way do I go here? Because I'm split between the wind. Let's go this one first.
Oh.
Right, I ain't going to put the ticker on yet. Saving himself for later. I had him on my Kohaku swim at my mid feed after the cage fell off and got stuck. Yeah, that's the way. That's how we learn. Right then, so Marihiro, Ginrin showa, more traditional style. With regards to the shape of the fish, exceptionally good. You have got to have a bit of vision on this fish, guys. Okay, right. Let's make that perfectly clear. This is not nowhere near the finished article. The Sumi is going to come, and it's going to come and looking at the other fish that we've had. When that Sumi is up and jet black in another year's time, it's going to really, really stand out because the gin quality on the fish is superb. On top of that, the head will whiten and the Sumi will develop through the head there, and then you're going to get a very nice strike coming through the head, through the little red spot, and then join into the shoulders. What makes this even better is, for me personally, not too much Benny, and the white, again, in the right places. So it really does provide an excellent pattern. This is just back. Let's have your bids, guys, and start. Let's see what you guys think this is worth, and see. It'll be quite interesting because actually, for a gin variety, a very, very, very good balanced fish, in my opinion. The fact that the gin goes through the Sumi is next level. I ain't got nobody willing to put the. Right, there you go. I'll start you off.
There you go. I'm going to say that might help so people know what they're starting.
Yeah. I didn't mention the size, though, did I, to be fair? 26 centimetre tozai. An extremely, extremely well-sized tozai.
And it's got fantastic gin in the Sumi.
Mark it at 120. Forward vision, guys. That's what you need on this fish. Imagine that head being white. We've got no slouch at the tozai of the size of this, 26 centimetres. Motoguru's already in the fin. beautiful amount of sumi into the actual dorsal fin, and a nice little pattern appearing in the tail. The beni will intensify, the white will intensify, the sumi will intensify, but what really stands out is the gin quality on the fish. Koi boy in with 130.
I am going to toilet while these are
going for a poo. He's off for a poo. See him in 2. Mark back in at 140 quid. Again, forward vision, guys. We do not want finished fish early on all the time. The thing is, it's still a fairly easy fish to read. Where the sumis come in will intensify. Okay, where the beni is, right? Again, you just got to keep that well conditioned. You're already seeing the white in the fish, all right? The gin that's striking through it is exceptional. And with mature, so Mark's come in with 15. Now it's 160. Nice one. As that skin gets better and better as this fish grows, you will find that the body comes out, length comes out, colors a little bit more vibrant, or more vibrant, full stop. An extremely good fish. You know, the beni's in the right places for me as well. You know, you've got little white windows, little beni windows, a little mixture of all three. Beni on its own, extremely nice balance, pretty pattern, a very nice pattern. And again, as this fish gets bigger, and we start to widen that body out with these showa, you're going to get a real delightful vision as that fish comes up to feed. So currently with Mark at £160. Let's just get the clock up. Not that I'm putting it on yet, guys, just so you're aware. Looking for 165. So Marihiro, again, hand selected by me out in Japan, this one. One of 6 of my favourite fish that I bought back from Japan, this fish.
Oh, Mark wants this, doesn't he?
Yeah, Koi boys is slowed down a little bit. That's what's good about whacking your tenors on instead of your 5s. What are you seeing on this, Aaron? I know you're colourblind, but I don't know what you can see and what you can't. So
no, I'm all right. I'm all right with Beni and Sumi. It's the autumn leaf colours that I struggle with the most.
The browns,
yeah, greens, browns. Gaz always likes to say that I've got a pond full of green and white
brown
fish. That's why you love Kohaku so much, he says.
But to be truthful, mate, if you don't like your browns and your greens, I've just put a 2-minute timer on, guys. However, whoever gets this fish, this fish is going to be so good in a year's time. You're not going to recognise it with the depth of the sumi and the shiroji when it comes.
Good food. This needs. It's got the gin.
Mark feeds good food.
Yeah.
30 seconds gone. 1.5 minutes left.
Are we in? Are we out, Koi boy? Anyone else want to have a stab at it? Knowing how people have jumped in at the price that they have.
I ain't worried, darling.
You're not hungry?
Not overly.
I might just have some toast.
Okay. I'll have some after I've done this, though.
Okay.
I don't want Colin making remarks about 7 Big Macs and chips anymore.
Ah! You don't have 7 Big Macs.
Minute gone. Yeah. You know, very important on show to have all 3 colours on the face. And when that memoir comes, and it will come across that middle, right, again, that just changes the complexity of the fish. My boys koi or koi boy is out. 160 pounds.
You can see it just at the top of the head plate, can you? That's going to look really nice. That just going straight through the Beni.
15 seconds, guys.
Very sparkly.
Just looking for 165. Oh, I've just touched the keyboard. What have I done? There we go. 5 seconds. Sold to you, Mark. Well done, mate. It's a lovely fish. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. It's a very lovely fish. What did he bid? 160.
Banging. 26 as well. 26 cm.
Yes, it's going to be a good fish, mate. I can see it. Mark knows the score. He's had a few off me this season, which is really lovely.
Few times in the past few weeks.
Congratulations, mate. Well done. That's a really, really nice fish. One of my favourites of the night, to be fair. Right then, here we go then, guys.
Leo's favourite.
Marihiro, Ginrin Tancho, Nisai, 43 centimetres, starting bid £200. Very good quality fish, extremely good body, an undoctored Benny spot that I think anyone can agree that ain't going nowhere. Look how deep that is. Exceptional. This piece in itself, for me, is a standout tancho. And getting hold of a very nice tancho, Ginrin tancho, is quite hard these days. And this, for me, ticks the boxes. All right, the spot may not be cut to a pure circle, but I think that's what I like about it, the fact that it's not been doctored at all. And we're looking at 200 quid to start us off, and we've got nobody.
For me, this one, Leo really likes tanchos, but how many I've seen that are cut really puts me off. One like this, where it's not a compass drawn circle, where it is a spot and it is a nice and round, but it's not perfection. For me, I would sooner have this any day than the perfectly round ones. And look how deep it is as well.
The Ginin in it is exceptionally good. The Shiroj is excellent. The Ben is excellent. And again, a little bit of forward vision with the body development on it. As soon as you get size into the fish, the head is huge. And then you start building the body into the fish, it's going to be an extremely good example of what a tancho should look like, undoctored tancho, so to speak.
So I got a Marihiro Chagoi last year, came at about 40 cm, and it had a very similar body on it. And since I've had it home and the food's gone in, it's now got a right body on it. It came like this, and you can see how good the Gin is on this, and it's exactly the same on the one we've got in the pond. And that's what drew my eyes to it straight away, on how good the Gin was. And it's put some size on.
Structurally, the fish is excellent. Structurally. Again, if you can get more body, which you will naturally get more body in the fish when it comes to your ponds. Example and a half, to be perfectly honest. So I'm going to type in the comments what this goes for in store. Steve Lane knows. Right, that's what we're asking for in store. Right, so 200 quid. Steve Lane is in.
Wow.
Not for everyone. I'm going to put a 2-minute timer on, right? Because talking about a tancho and its development is, the spot on the head is not going to move. It's not going to move too much, but just the Benny quality in itself is second level. It's very, very strong. The Gin is extremely strong, and the size of the fish for 200 quid is a steal. Perhaps. Considering, guys, that's the price in store, and that's the price it's going for at the moment. I'm looking for £210. 30 seconds gone.
Mate, you'll need to start advertising these koi, not at dinner time. A couple of days before to get them shared, get them viewed, because that for 200 quid is
Peter Anderson's in at 210. Oh, looks like there could have been a little bit of lag there, guys. 210 with Peter Anderson. That's why we got a 2-minute timer on. There you go.
Oh, it's back in.
Sorry to say this, Rick, but the fact that you're going for it says a lot to me. I'll tell you what, mate, Rick, it's not so much that Rick's going for a new tancho line, it's the fact that there's a Japanese koi here at 43 centimeters at £220. And Mark has just said it. That is the truth, right? You won't find in this fish this cheap anywhere. And Richard Ramwell knows that as well. And lucky there, mate.
I mean, for breeding purposes, 43 cm, amazing gin. That's
mate. Fact, show quality, yes, if you body it up. All right, just because it hasn't got a perfect circle means fuck all in the show vats, to be perfectly honest. Right, and actually any judge would applaud you putting this in against those, right? Because the Japanese are masters with a blade, right? And the fact that you go in with an undoctored one, it shows the quality of the koi on its own. What it's done itself, not what has been enhanced in any way.
You don't see many tanchos in the shows, do you? Because they don't make benching when they're like
that. And that is because there's a reason for that, mate. And that is because they will be disqualified when benched. If there can be any trace at all of a blade going on a Benny spot, mate, it gets disqualified immediately. So
whoever wins this can have a Humber Koi mug because it's Leo's favourite fish. So whoever wins this, drop me a message on Facebook, Instagram, however you want to do it, and we'll send you a mug, as it's by far Leo's favourite.
It's not there yet, Jeff.
How far off?
45 seconds. Looking for 265, guys. Only 265 quid. Come on. You're having me pants down. I put this on thinking you guys have won it. Andrew Bell's in 270.
Oh, it was New Forest.
Oh, New Forest was first. My apologies. Alan's in at 280 now. This is how I like auctions.
It's
you're
still
slightly behind, my friend. Congratulations on you, Paul, as well. Congratulations, mate.
I paid more than this for a 43 cm Ginrin shag. Never mind.
Well, you will.
Sure.
You will, mate.
I think I was north of 350 for a Ginrin shag from Marihiro. So,
well, you will do, mate. I mean, let's face it. I've showed how much the asking price is in store, which is that one there. That's not a bid. That's what we asked for in store. It's currently with Alan at 280. 1 minute left, guys. Get yourself a bargain.
Sai's got a point there. Any other dealer be asking?
True as well, mate. 285.
300.
300.
Come on, Rick.
Just behind Rick. We're at 300 now, mate. I mean, just look at how good the Gin is in it, mate. Undoctored Benny spot as well, you know. Alan, again, you're behind, mate. We're at £300. 1 minute 50 remains. Currently with John Williams, got a banging motorbike.
Someone's going to walk away with an absolute steal here. As Rick's put.
Yes, it is. But let's just put that up again. The Ginrin is mega. It is exceptional.
Mega as well.
Shiroji is very good. The Benny spot is excellent, right? It's not cut and sharp, but that for me is a big positive.
Yeah, but it's deep,
that clock.
Deep red in it. Deep red.
Oh, Benny is fucking fantastic, mate. And you can see the blue eye in it as well, which, you know, shows that it's from a natural Kohaku line. $145 remaining.
Come on, guys. Get a fiver on this.
No, a tenner. Let's get a tenner on it.
Tenner.
Yeah, well, it's worth that all day long, isn't it? 320 quid. Come on. Alan's in, 320.
Can't get a pack of peanuts for that price now.
I don't know where you shop, mate. You're right, though. How much is a packet of peanuts, Kel? 320 quid? About that, isn't it? Yeah, 320 quid. £10.50. 43 centimetre this eye, guys. Plenty to go on it with growth. Body development will be excellent. Ginrin is, as Rick has said, mega. All right, and I think anybody will agree that that is a fantastic example. Just imagine as well when that head whitens up. Again, it's only a 2-year-old fish, right? Extremely young, right? But already showing the quality already, you know. John Williams, 325. Andrew
People
Ball,
will skip over that though, won't they? 2-year-old fish at 43 cm. That's Ginrin, because they're not the fastest growers out of everything. It's going to be a big koi that.
Yeah, it certainly will be, mate. And again, it won't be any slouch in the show sling either.
No.
You know, it's like if we've got people that want to show it, you know, well, I think it really hold its own, if I'm perfectly honest.
I'd really like to see something like this at a show because it just proves that people are looking that don't think I'll have that because it's perfect.
He weren't there today, mate. He does as well. He pushes. He knows. Colin's a big regular of mine down the shop, so he knows where I keep certain fish. He pretends he wants to buy them and then makes me put them back just so he can see what I'm hiding. Andrew Bell, 330 quid. Clearly likes looking at his profile. Looking for £340, guys. It's steel, guys. Honest to God.
Paul, John, where are we at with this?
Rick,
you're still
in. Yeah. Maybe I should have sexed it as well. Paul's back in 350. Thank you, Paul. John's out. Paul. And all right, we got 2 minutes restarted. Currently at 145 remaining.
Yeah, it was literally in the nick of time.
30 seconds gone.
Which phone number? Contact
sells itself, this one. It really does.
What did you know? None.
Cancelling.
Paul's come back in with 350. Rick's checking his penny jar.
I think he's looking under the sofa for an extra tenner.
Down the back of the chair. It's a minute gone, guys. Got 1 minute. Andrew Bell's out. Unlucky Andrew, mate. Good bidding, though, mate. Well done. Rick, where you at, mate?
Rick's cutting his budget to see if he's still got Sakai budget left after it.
Yeah, maybe he's waiting for the next lot. Right, we've got 30 seconds. Any late bidders that want in? 30 seconds remaining. Get no one, Paul. This is your bargain of the night, my friend. Ten seconds. Sold to Paul Prentice. Well done, Paul. Exceptional. Good battle there, guys. Really enjoyed that, man. Really nice to have that. Let me just, Paul, I know you know us, mate, but I'm going to put this up for the benefit of everybody else as well that have won tonight. Okay, on to the final one of the evening. Let's have a quick look on what's been said here. There you go. Don't forget, Aaron's kindly donated one of his mugs. They're not bloody cheap to make, so it's always nice. They're good mugs, actually. Oh, Aaron gifted me one ages back. Right then, let's have a look here. Bush, here we go.
Dream koi for me, that. Absolute. Wow.
Okay, so a Sakai fish, guys. Nisai, 52 centimetre. Where do I start with this beast? First and foremost, I think that everyone will agree that Benny is exceptional. After the structure, the head is fucking mahoosif. The body itself is huge. It's a great size taper.
Nisai as well at that size, man.
It's Nisai. This was a fish that I bought from Koi Wholesale last year at Tozai, and it went into a growing project with Rick at Koi Wholesale. And the sumi wasn't where it should be in order to put it up. But now that sumi is just exceptional. For me, what a sanki should look like, and the fact that it's come through as well as it has is just unreal. And this is an £1,800 fish all day long. So, to start it off at £500, I think personally,
You're a brave man putting this into auction, man.
Yeah,
that's a dream koi for me and upon that.
it
really is.
It's beautiful. I know that it's a large asking price, but it's a showstopper. It's there for people that want to put their money down on a fish and have something that is of an exceptionally good standard from an exception, if not the best breeder in the world, especially for sanki. The Tejamae's just started to form in the fins as well, which is really nice to see. But overall, Benny play exceptionally good. The Shiroja needs a bit of work, but it's been on colour food. But I don't think anyone can grumble at what you've got in front of you for 500 quid. 53 centimetres, I think it is. Yeah, 52 centimetres. Exceptional.
Look how strong the dans are, though. You can tell you've had it on colour food. They are so deep.
Yeah, and that just shows what this fish is. And it's, for me, not only that, the sumi placement's so important on sanki that, this fish in itself is, in my opinion, next level for sumi. It's got everything that you want in a sanki with regards to the pattern. you know. I don't see it. I'm going to put a 2 minutes timer on, guys, because nobody's putting anything down. But it's your chance to own a Sakai fish farm, fish for 500 quid. It don't look like there's a lot of interest in it. You'd be a fool to let it go if you've got the money and you like Sakai fish. You know, it's going to get big. Nisai at 52. Again, in the pond with a good flow rate and a good amount of food, this is going to go, and it's going to go well, you know. 1.5 minutes looking for £500 start me off.
I've just texted our lass if she wants to buy me my Christmas present.
I will sell it at £500 as well.
Oh my God.
Right, so
Does this come with any paperwork?
No.
It's a stupid question, but someone else might think it.
Yeah, you know, I mean,
Oh my
certs and all
Peter's
that. Peter Anderson's in. I'm going to restart the timer, guys. Looking for £510. Colin, if you're watching, mate. Yeah, Subo Sumi all over the place.
It is a dream to have some that quality in a pond for me. That it's mega. That
Beautiful. I'll just sit and awe it, like looking awe. Sashi's really, really deep, showing that there's plenty more of that Benny to come through on the fish. Still development into the Kiwa stage, but you know that's fine. That will come. For me, it's where the Sumi sits on that white skin. It's just so to die for, you know, as well as in the red. But it's the Subo Sumi, you know, and a very, very well balanced belly pattern, you know, all the way through the head, and then left, right, left on the actual fish. Rick sees it. £510. Like I said, I will sell this fish.
no reserve. It's going. There's bids in, so if you want it, it's
Okay, looking for £10 bids, guys. £10 bids.
Stick it to 520, Chris. It's only a fiver. It's not even a pint of Guinness, that.
And it's Sakai. Right, let's you know, Sakai, their fish are huge. You know, and for me to be able to offer this on an auction, it sets me apart from anybody else. No one else has got the balls to do it. That's why I have.
Need to be 520, Chris, if you want this, mate.
Chris, 520, mate. £10 increment bids.
Statement piecing upon this.
Definitely. I would have this in my pond. I really would.
I'd sell half the fish in my pond to have this in my pond.
1 minute left. I'm just going to pause the timer. Okay, John the Legend, just reading through your comment. Good evening. If I buy any koi, can you hold them in my pond that is currently being built? And how long can you hold them? I understand there will be a charge. So, John the Legend, mate, I would hold the koi. There would not be a charge. Let's just make that clear. But there is no, there's no guarantee on it, mate. So, you know, as far as we go, we will feed it, keep it as healthy. If it was to jump out the pond or whatever, then I wouldn't guarantee it. So, you know, it'd just be unfair enough, because if it goes out the shop, it becomes your problem at that point. You know, and if it was to jump out your pond, I can't imagine it will at this size, to be fair, but never say never. But I would hold it for you, mate, at no charge. So restart the timer because Alan's coming at 540. Rick says he likes my balls. Is it down here? 7 a pint.
Your wife having a giggle.
Are you listening, Ryan? Krafty has thrown down the gauntlet. So 540 with Alan. 1.5 minutes left. Sakai Fish Farm, Sanki to die for. You know, exceptional fish for this money. 1.5 minutes. If you want it, I want 550, please. Is that kettle being put on now, Liv?
You take a minute.
Babes, I'm grafting here.
Yeah.
Grafting.
Oh dear. Always in the background.
What's he thrown down? The gauntlet. I've thrown the gauntlet down. £540. Come on, 550. 1 minute left.
How much would this be in your shop, Ryan?
There you go. Ask him the question, mate. I'm not going to ask him. Ask him, Aaron. Go on.
What's its worth, Ryan? What is this koi worth in your shop? Sakai Fish Farm, 52 cm. Because I know it's miles more than 540 quid, this. It's a 3-figure fish.
Alan, we're at 540, mate. Alan, it looks like you may be behind, so fast forward your or reset your refresh your computer or phone, mate, because you're behind. I've stopped the clock just so you're aware.
It's a big money koi, though. People are saying it's big money. It's a dream koi for me, that. I know some people put a lot more into show koi and stuff like that, but it's mega.
John, you can always hit me up, mate. Come down to the shop. You know, you can choose fish down at the shop, and I will hold them even when your pond's being built, mate. No problem. That will mark at 550 quid. Beautiful pattern as well, man. Look at that. You know, it's got everything. Everything.
How big's Mark's pond? He buys them every week, doesn't he?
It's got a massive pond, mate. About 15,000 gallon.
Mark, when you're bored of it, I'll have this.
Just look at where the Benny is, the amount of sachet that's to come on it. Like really push that colour through. So, right, 0.2 minutes on. 560 I'm looking for.
I hope it's modern forensic.
See, you know, it is too cheap, Ryan. It, you know,
I honestly was gobsmacked at the reserve. I thought this was a 3-figure fish. Sorry, 4-figure.
This is a 4-figure fish.
Yeah. Man, I'm saving my Christmas.
Alan, it's already with someone at 550, mate.
10 quid more, Alan.
Well, what can you say? What can you say?
I'm astounded, to be fair, mate. I thought this would have at least like an 800, 900 quid reserve on it. But
No, it should have, but you know, I'm feeling generous, mate. So, you know, I'm losing money on it. Don't get me wrong. Alan's back in with 580.
Do you
This
trade
is
in
what-
PS5s against them?
This is what. Oh, this is what we're looking for.
Wow. That's what I expected it to be for.
Because it's got all the qualities that you're looking for in a sanki. You know, you got your sumi and your beni, you got your sumi in the white skin, which is what is the most sought after. The fact that the sumi is so sporadic and not tight knit in blocks, you know, the fish displays all of that beauty. And on top of that, it's got such a good beni pattern all the way through it that is solid. The teshome is starting to appear in both the tail fin and it's also appearing in the pecs, you know. For
Them
580
two numbers aren't bids. These are just showing you the shop price. So don't get scared off. But
yeah,
look at that to think this is the value. And look at people like Ryan saying it's too cheap. This is an absolute steal what this is going for.
and I am losing money on this, but
1 meter 90
you know, is what it is.
would put the man in the tallest 1% of the population.
And lucky Mark.
You can put another tenner on that, Mark. You say you're out, but you secretly you can stick a tenner on that.
I'll give you a call after, mate, with me hanky. Cheers, Eddie, mate. Oh, I don't know what to say, mate. You're making me blush. Come on, guys, 590 quid.
I think Mark's got a 600 quid bid in him, just to flex.
Oh, wrong button. My apologies. 5 minute. Okay, I'm going to put a 2-minute timer on now. Don't want to see his jib in this eye. Nothing wrong with my jib in this eye. It's only got one eye. That's the only problem.
Ryan's seen enough jib in his eyes in his recent
Looking
Japanese.
for 590 quid or 600 quid. Come on, guys. Sakai Fish Farm. Sakai Fish Farm.
You know. I out of all of them tonight, I'm astonished at this. I really am.
I'm not. Rick knows what he's looking at. He's probably out riding his BMX as we speak as well.
My name's Amber.
590 £, 1.5 minutes to go.
Did you
He's a tight fucker and all, isn't he? Rick, like I said, you know, wouldn't put 600 down, would he? An extra tenner. Looking after them pennies.
did he sex this, Krafty?
Nah. He's not riding his BMX tonight.
He's probably
1 minute left.
Probably why he's in and out.
Alan's back in with £600. Restarting that timer. Kel, do you like being a coy widow?
No.
Excellent.
And they said tonight that these particular numbers is perfect by configuration.
100%, mate.
That is what we call Leo's mum, the koi widow.
That is really simple. What do you think?
£610. Come on.
years. And we can infer from this, middle class socio-economic background.
The upmarket shoes are the only evidence in this case
Mm.
connected to footwear.
People are tuning in to watch. Over 150 people in now. 1 minute remaining. Currently with Alan at £600. I am going to sell it at £600, guys.
This is
I
like
don't know
watching
why,
the
but I
Olympic
am.
gold medal list. These bids at this.
Maybe not too many people are really familiar with shoe loss. How, in conjunction with the body, were these shoe loss found?
30 seconds.
I think that is a really interesting and really essential line of investigation.
15
Last chance,
seconds.
guys. If you're thinking about it, get it in now. It's now or never.
So,
10 to go.
accessories found on more sea bands. So, there's also a very real possibility these shoe loss.
Wow.
Sold. Alan, well done, mate. You just got yourself bargain of the year. £600. Congratulations, mate. That is absolutely fucking unreal.
Yeah. Well done, Alan. That is a statement piece in any pond, that is.
That brings us to the end of the auction today, guys. Superb. 9:15. Nice finish. Let's have a quick look in the comments there. Going into an indoor pond heated. Excellent. That is excellent. Congratulations. Well done. Well done. Crafty, if I ring your store, would you be able to if so? Tomorrow I'm available, Ollie. Do me after 10:30 though, mate. So I've quite a bit to catch up on first thing in the morning, mate. So well done. Some cracking fish tonight, Crafty. Thank you. Right, guys. What I will say is let's just put that in the background and then we will go there like that. So extremely good night for us, guys. Really appreciate all the support. We've had over 150 people in. A little bit for everyone. Again, I might take you up on your advice, Aaron, and see if we can do lives earlier, like maybe to keep them on YouTube for people to see. Yeah, I might even just do that, to be fair. It cuts the work down on the day. So
you'll need to be putting them out on the Friday so people have got all weekend to look at it.
Yeah, I'll take you. I think I agree with that. Big Koi next week. This is the number one auction. Yeah, I agree. I'll dip into a not secret pond, but I'll do a 50-50 mix next week where we're getting a few toes high at the £100 mark, and then a few of the probably higher price range koi as well. And then we'll mix it up for everybody, just so we can cater for everybody, because that's what I like to do. So, but overall,
and get a starting bid of a £5 and a starting bid of 500 quid of the quality that's been on display tonight. I'm gobsmacked of the tancho went for an incredible value. That is jaw dropping on what that went for. The Kohaku was a steal. That was a steal. I'd have had that.
Overall,
I hope you've got a strong whiskey for crying into.
No. Any dry goods ever considered for auction? No, mate. It's not something that's worth auctioning either, mate. It's the margins are so small on dry goods that they are what they are, and the only time you're really going to make a saving on them is at koi shows, if I'm perfectly honest. So no, it's not something I've considered, not something I will either, mate, just to give you an idea of where we're at. Appreciate it, Rick. I'll text you in a while, mate, just so you're aware. I haven't forgotten what we chatted about earlier. Aaron, if you haven't checked out his channel, please do, because him and his boy do some great little things. Currently in the middle of a pond build as well. It was Dad's pond build, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
Yeah. Looking
So-
looking quite spectacular as well, that pond, mate.
Getting there, isn't it?
Yeah, it's always good to watch pond builds. It gives people inspiration. So, a lot of bloody work.
I'm getting the practice in there before it.
That's the best way to do it, mate. That's the best way to do it. I couldn't. I had to do everything for the first. I've never built anything. I built my pond on my own. Do you know
what? I've never laid blocks, and I was lucky enough to have a mate that was a builder that's wrong, stood behind me. And I said to my dad on the last bits that we've been doing, God, I've hardly dropped out this time.
Yeah.
Noticing that I'm catching and I'm getting better at doing it. And I honestly, I was like, I'm used to, because how much material I wasted the first few times, man.
Oh, you do, mate. You do. I mean, well, the good thing about building your own pond is that you're not under a time limit. You're not there to make money, so you're not getting it through to get onto the next job. And you can take it as slowly or quickly as you like. That was one thing my brother said to me. My brother, obviously, is in the building game, and he said, "Look, just take your time. You're not building an house on a schedule. You're building a fucking pond. Just do it nice and slowly. Do a little bit at a time, and you'll get there." And looking at, well, after he's seen the blocks that I laid, he said he's seen houses that are knocked up worse than, because you're so meticulous, because you think that's how it has to be. You really don't. Honest to God, you'd be surprised how good them blocks are at keeping water in.
They're the heavy concrete blocks for doing what we've done with.
As long as you're keeping that bit straight, right? Even if it's uneven at the bottom, you can make that up at the top because you're covering it. So it doesn't all have to be dead straight on every level.
We've done the corners are up to full height now, and the laser has been on the top, and it's lasered across all three.
Are you in over the weekend?
Forrest is calling, isn't he?
I'll be in one day. Possibly it'll be on the Saturday. I'll be in, Andy, if you want to pop in. So, keep it up. If you haven't already, check out Humber Koi's channel. Very good channel. Nice young lad involved as well, which is perfect. Thank you for joining us, Aaron. Really appreciate the support, mate. Makes it so much better to have a conversation. I couldn't be talking to myself all night, to be fair. And
Krafty is doing the step-in spot for Gaz's Live this Thursday. So
yeah, that'll be 7:30. Alan Tate is joining us. You can join as well, Aaron, if you want, mate. I've spoke to Alan today. Quick plug, actually, while I'm thinking about it, while I've still got people in. Northeast Koi show this weekend. 30 vats of fish. A very good show up there. There's a lot of big koi guys up there. So I know Alan's been building that this week, along with the Serious. You going, are you?
Yeah, we are.
Excellent. So, worth turning up to that one, guys. I don't think you'll be disappointed, to be perfectly honest. So, anyway, I'm going to sign off for the day. It's been a blast. Thank you very much for all of those that took part and bid. We'll see what we can do next week. No doubt Colin will be down to give me a whack round the back of the head to get some extra special koi in. So, right. Have a good and all. Aaron, thank you very much once again. And I'll see you next Tuesday, you bunch of cricket bats.